Hey, besties, and welcome back to the film Frontline. I'm your girl, and today we are serving up the ultimate tea on a show that has had us in an absolute chokehold for a whole decade. Yes, we are talking about the final season, season 8, of Star's epic time-traveling romance, Outlander. Grab your iced coffees and get comfortable because Jamie and Claire are back. The drama's off the charts, and we have so much to unpack. So, season 8 brings us back to familiar territory. Fraser's Ridge. After the absolute chaos of the Revolutionary War that almost tore our favorite couple apart, we are getting a bit of a slow burn, nostalgic vibe as they return home. And honestly, it's exactly what we need. But don't think for a second that the Ridge is completely peaceful, because the writers waste zero time throwing us right into a massive mystery. Let's talk about Fanny and Jane Pocock. Jamie and Claire are digging deep into their origins, and the clues are heavily pointing to a connection with Faith, the daughter Jamie and Claire believed they lost back in France in season 2. If you're a day one stan, you know how much trauma our girl Claire went through during that Paris era. The idea that Fanny might actually be their granddaughter? Mind blown. The fan theories on this are wild right now, with so many people speculating that this is the ultimate full-circle healing moment for the Frasers. Speaking of family reunions, the gang is truly all here. Brianna and Roger are back from 1978 with their kids in tow. It turns out Lollybrock wasn't exactly a safe haven in the 20th century because of the threats surrounding that buried Spanish gold. Honestly, packing up and traveling back to the 1700s because the 1970s are just too toxic is such a mood. It makes total sense for them to risk the past to be with Jamie and Claire, rather than living with the heartbreaking reality that their parents are long gone in their present timeline. Plus, we get to see the return of Fergus and Marcelli, which we are absolutely living for, alongside Ian and a very pregnant Rachel, overseeing the construction of the new Fraser home. But it wouldn't be Outlander without some messy interpersonal drama. Jamie has resigned his commission and has zero patience for any remaining British loyalists, which is causing some major undercover political tension on the Ridge. And then there's Lord John Grey. You guys, Claire and John's brief marriage while Jamie was presumed dead at sea is finally being addressed. We are getting that long overdue, emotionally charged conversation, and the tension is palpable. Jamie is struggling with his stubbornness and whether to forgive John, adding a really raw layer to his character this season. We also have to talk about William Ransom. He's off on his own mission, investigating the mysterious death of his cousin Benjamin. While doing this, he's getting heavily distracted by Benjamin's beautiful widow, Amaranthus. Now, on the plus side, William is giving major glow-up energy this season. He is significantly less insufferable and whiny than he was in season 7. We love character growth. But on the downside, his storyline feels completely siloed off from the core cast right now. It kind of feels like we're watching two different shows, and it's a bit frustrating waiting to see how his detective era will actually connect back to the main plot. Before we move on, we have to give a massive shout out to Katrina Balfe and Sam Heughan. 10 years in, and they are the absolute beating heart of the series. Their chemistry remains unmatched. Also, major girl boss moment, Katrina is making her directorial debut this season with the episode Prophecies, and she is unearthing entirely new, beautiful layers to Claire. And that leads to one of the most exciting parts of the season, the magic. Outlander has always been rooted in time travel, but season 8 is fully leaning into the broader fantasy elements. Claire is reflecting on Master Raymond's mystical healing abilities from season 2, and now, with her hair pure white, she is fully stepping into her power. The show is teasing that Claire is reaching her final form as a white witch, and I am so here for it. From an industry standpoint, it's thrilling to see a grounded historical drama completely embrace its magical lore for the final victory lap. All right, it's time for the Film Frontline opinion. Look, I know some critics might complain that the first few episodes of this final season are a bit of a slow build rather than an explosive, action-packed thrill ride. But honestly, after putting Jamie and Claire through literal hell, torture, and war for 7 seasons, letting them and us have this warm, reassuring hug of a final season at the Ridge feels incredibly earned. It's a beautiful payoff. The pivot towards more explicit fantasy and magic for Claire is everything I've wanted, proving the show can still break new narrative ground without relying on trauma for shock value. My only real gripe is that Lord John and William's side quests feel a little disconnected from the core family dynamic. But if it leads to William finding his own epic love story with Amaranthus, I'm willing to let it slide. Overall, it's setting up to be a stellar, emotionally satisfying conclusion. So I need to know your thoughts. Do you think Fanny is really related to Faith? And are you ready to see Claire fully embrace her White Witch era? Sound off in the comments below. I want to read all your theories. And if you live for deep dives, unfiltered reviews, and all things pop culture, make sure you smash that subscribe button to stay on the film front line with me. Until next time, stay fabulous.